IE Preps Magazine here with Kinzie Hansen, one of the most phenomenal student athletes in the Inland Empire, and also known for being the best softball player in the country. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. All right, so it's the eve of your senior year. Class of 2019, all over the United States are getting ready for their senior year. What is your excitement to start your senior year of high school?
You know, I feel like high school is just a stepping stone on the way to life, and I feel like it's just preparing me better for college. And my coach does a great job of getting us prepared, and it's fun. It's a lot different than travel ball, so we come out here and just play for each other and play for the name on our jerseys. My family went here, so kind of got to live up to the legacy, you know?
Awesome. Now, speaking of travel ball, what did your summer look like? Did you have any off time at all? What are we talking about as far as time you were working on softball and time you really just had to kind of just watch Netflix?
That's very true. After high school ended, which was June 3rd, that was the CIF final. Right after that, we had practice the next day, and we had 2 weeks of practice, straight practice. Then we went to Colorado, Kansas, and New Jersey for 3 big tournaments for 3 weeks, and we had 1 week off in between, but it wasn't really off. We had to go to weightlifting and training, and we had practice that weekend. So then we went to Kansas, and then we came home and practiced for 2 weeks straight. Then we had nationals just recently last week, and then this is my first week off that I've had all summer.
So when you have absolute free time, no school, no softball, what do you like to do? A lot of people just like to binge watch stuff on Netflix and things like that. What's your away time to kind of just really decompress?
I like to go to the beach. The beach is really relaxing for me, so I always fall asleep on, which isn't a good thing because then I get sunburnt. And then that's about it. I hang out with friends, but most of the time I'm too tired. Like, my body's exhausted most of the time, so I'll just stay home and eat.
Now, for the class of 2019 students all through the IE and beyond, how do you manage your time as far as, you definitely have a lot of commitments, and I'm sure part of your life is also having fun with your friends. How do you manage time?
I actually have a planner. My mom made me get one because I'm not a very good time management person. So I have a planner, and I write everything out on what I'm doing, and I have my little to-do list column. So I write all my homework out, and I have to make sure I get at least 3/4 of the way done before I go to practice, which will then end at 9:30. So I come home, get home at 10:15, then I have to do homework, and then I go to bed to get ready for school the next day, and it's just a cycle. You do it every single day.
Recently, we had a young lady who plays softball, young girl, I should say. She's in the 6th grade. Her name is Kendall. She had a question she contacted IE Preps, and she said, how do I get a scholarship to play softball? She's starting her journey, the travel ball route. What advice, practical advice would you give to Kendall or any other young ladies who are starting the journey, that maybe they're in 6th grade, beginning to play softball, and just their dream is to get a Division I scholarship?
To all the young ladies out there that are playing sports and doing things that they love, don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do anything. Because when I was 12 years old, they didn't put me on the all-star team for rec ball because I wasn't good enough. They said that I just wasn't cut for it when I was 12. So, you're always going to go through trials, and I just don't ever give up, because you never know what the future holds for you. So don't ever give up, and don't ever lose sight of where you're going.
That's beautiful. As far as just going on beyond and kind of touching on that, we have a lot of young people in the Inland Empire and beyond. Do you have any advice to give to someone who's having a tough time in high school? Maybe they're being bullied. I know you're not necessarily a psychologist, but as a high school student, what advice would you give to young people who are, high school might be getting kind of rough for them? You have any words of encouragement you can give to them?
One thing I do have to say, because you can see it all over campus. Don't always focus, just try to focus on the positives. I get to wake up today, every day is a blessing. No matter what you go through, you're still alive, you're still breathing. Some kids can't even say that, high school is hard. I didn't think it would be going in from 8th grade, but it really is. Just the social, the school, everything is just difficult, and it's definitely full of trial and error.
Very good. Final question. How did you come to the decision to go to Oklahoma? I know you had tons of offers. Oklahoma is not California. I know you're a California girl. Can you tell us just a little bit about how you came to the decision to decide to go to Oklahoma?
I was born and raised in Norco, Horsetown, USA. So Oklahoma is the school is in Norman, Oklahoma, and it's more of a small town. It's very country-like, like it's open land and farms and stuff like that. So it's actually very beautiful. There's foliage and animals, like it's a lot like here. So, and it's a very small town. It just felt like home in the campus and everything. It just had a home. It's just a feeling. I don't really know how to put it into words, but like other girls say they had the feeling for different schools. So it's just,
It
you
felt
just
like
feel it in
home.
your gut that's where you're meant to be. That's what your future holds for you. And the staff, and it felt right.